So the Dallas Cowboys have a new coaching staff in place, and it is no secret that certain players benefit more from certain coaches. Now, today we're talking about 5 winners from Brian Schottenheimer's hires so far, including an old pro that is about to be unleashed. Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Mauricio Rodriguez here at A to Z Sports Dallas. Brian Schottenheimer's coaching staff is taking shape both on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. So I thought it would be a good idea for us to dive deep into the weeds and talk about 5 winners from his hires so far. Now, spoiler alert, most of the players on this list are offensive players. We'll do losers sometime in the future. But because of that, I want to start with the lone defender on this list, and that is Osa Odighizuwa. Now, listen, I know Odighizuwa is a pending free agent, and he might not even be on the Cowboys next season, but that is actually one of the reasons why he's in there. The Cowboys hired Matt Eberflus as defensive coordinator, and we've talked about the big change that represents. He wants to rush the passer with his front 4 defensive linemen. He will rarely blitz, and he runs a one-gap defense. All of that translates into a higher relevance for having an elite 3 technique on the defensive lineup, and that is what Osa represents for the Cowboys. He is needed by this defense. If he walks in free agency, there is reason for concern that the Cowboys will get to opposing quarterbacks at all in 2025. Now, the next winner on the list is someone we talked about in a previous video, Brevin Spanford. For those of you who missed it, long story short, Clayton Adams comes from a Cardinals offense that likes to use multiple tight ends in the formation. 12 personnel, they were 9th in the NFL. They were 2nd in 13 personnel usage. So just because of this, Spanford, as the number 3 tight end on the Cowboys right now, is set to be used much more. But additionally, these tight ends are likely going to be more involved than ever as far as run blocking goes. And that is where Spanford excels. I would argue he's better than Luke Schoonmaker in that department. He might even be better blocking than Jake Ferguson is. So look for an increased role for Spanford. Another name is Hunter Lipke. He might not be a tight end, but he might be involved in these creative blocking schemes that we've seen from Clayton Adams over in Arizona. Hunter Lipke can also have the versatility to be a pass catcher. So this might be the season that he really takes that jump if Clayton Adams and Schottenheimer are open to using him more. Also on the list is a Cowboys second-team All-Pro that might be about to reach the next level thanks to these creative blocking schemes, and that is Tyler Smith. Now listen, this goes for just about every offensive lineman on the Cowboys, but Tyler Smith is likely to be better utilized if he is used as a pulling blocker, if they allow him to get in open space. We know he's violent, we know he's strong, and if he can get to that second level and bury defenders, that will be the best version of Tyler Smith that you can hope for, and I think it applies to every offensive lineman, but mostly for the best man on that unit, and that is Tyler Smith. Now, if we combine the players that we've talked so far, it's obvious who stands alone as the biggest winner, arguably, from the coaching hire so far. But before I get to that, let me talk to you about our friends over at Texas Card House, where the thrill of the game meets the excitement of the community. If you like poker at Texas Card House, by the way, in any of their 6 Texas locations, you will get the perfect blend of luxury, sophistication, and camaraderie for any poker aficionado. And if you visit the Dallas or Las Colinas venues and mention A to Z Sports, you will get a free month of membership plus 2 free hours to play poker. So check them out over at Texas Card House. But we've talked about Brevin Spanford, Tyler Smith, Hunter Lipke so far, and you can see the common theme so far: running the ball. That is why Rico Dowdle closes this list out for me. Sure, there might be another running back headed to Dallas in the NFL draft or maybe even in free agency, but Rico Dowdle was already efficient in a running game that wasn't that creative at all. Imagine what he can do in a diverse running attack that features inside zone, maybe some outside zone with Derek Foster as a new running back coach who was part of the Clint Kubiak offense in New Orleans, some counter thanks to Clayton Adams, and much more. Rico Dowdle, a clear winner from this coaching staff. But that will be all for this video, and I'll see you next time here at A to Z Sports.